Good morning, myself Sandeep Kishore Gore. I am working as an assistant professor in Alipur University. Now we are dealing with the free electron theory of BSc third year, 6th semester. And in last lecture, we already see the density of a state, that is Sommerfeld free electron theory and density of state. In today's lecture, we will see the band theory of solid. Now regarding these free electrons, the number of theories that come into existence. That is classical free electron theory, Sommerfeld free electron theory, and lastly the band theory of solid, which actually differentiate the solids into conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. Now see here what is this band theory of solid. Now if you observe the structure of atom, that is atomic structure. Now in atomic structure, the central located nucleus which contain neutrons and protons, and electrons, they are revolving around the nucleus in a different orbits. Likewise, here 2 electrons are there, and here 2, 8, 18, and so on. This number of electrons are quantized to the specific orbits. But this is the structure of a single atom. What happens when we are considering a 1 gram of substance or 1 kilogram of substance? Now, when a material is formed, then these different orbits will take the form of different energy states or a different energy levels, and electrons are quantized to the particular energy state. Now see here, this is the first energy state E1, this is the second energy state E2, this is third energy state E3, up to so on, and this is the last energy state En, and so on. Now, the electrons which are in the first orbit, they will reside in the first energy level. The electrons which are in the second orbit, they will reside in the second energy state. And the electrons which are in the last orbit, they will reside to the third energy state. Now, the last field, or maybe partially filled. Sometimes it is a field completely filled, or sometimes it is partially filled. The last field or partially filled energy level or energy band is called as valence band. So valence band is nothing but the last filled energy band, energy level, energy state. It may be completely filled or it may be a partially filled. Now the energy band or energy level above to this valence band is called as conduction band. Is called as conduction band. This conduction band is generally empty. It may be empty or it may be partially filled. It never completely filled. Conduction band may be empty or may be partially filled. Valence band may be completely filled or may be partially filled, because the last filled energy band, it is valence band. Above to the valence band, it is conduction band. Now see here, so broadly we can write that this material consists of major 2 bands or 2 energy states. This is the valence band and this is conduction band. Now, according to the gap between the valence band and conduction band, the materials are divided into 3 categories on the basis of band theory. That is, first is insulator, second it is semiconductor, and third it is conductor. So see here, first is insulator. Now if the gap between a valence band and conduction band, that is if the gap between valence band and conduction band, this is the valence band VB, this is conduction band CB. If this forbidden energy gap is nearly or up to 5 electron volt to 10 electron volt, then such materials are called as insulators. Here the energy gap between valence band and conduction band is more than 5 to 10 electron volt, or between 5 to 10 electron volt. Here electron initially which is present in a valence band, because we are feeding electrons from the bottom side, lowermost, uppermost, uppermost. Last liquid is a valence band. So generally electrons present in the valence band. Here, if we are providing electric field to this material, there is a large gap between valence band and conduction band. So electron from valence band cannot jump to the conduction band, and as electron cannot jump to the conduction band, or electron is not available in conduction band, the conductivity, maybe thermal conductivity or electric conductivity of this material is very low. That is, therefore they are bad conductor of heat and electricity. Second, semiconductor. Here in case of semiconductor, there is a proper gap between valence band and conduction band. This is a valence band and this is conduction band. Here valence band and conduction band, they are separated by a small distance, that is up to 1 electron volt to 3 electron volt. Then such a materials they are called as semiconductor. But in case of semiconductor, initially electrons are present in valence band. At a thermal temperature, if they get some thermal energy or some electric field, they can easily jump to the conduction band. Hence, in case of semiconductor, as temperature increases, conductivity increases. Therefore, electron which is in valence band can jump to the conduction band. And once electron is present or is available in the conduction band, it can conduct heat and electricity. So, semiconductors are somewhat good conductors of heat and electricity. But this is the case at temperature greater than 0 K. Means at 0 K, these semiconductors, they are completely act as an insulator, because this electron cannot jump to the conduction band without any type of energy. When we rise the temperature, this electron gains some thermal energy, it will jump to the conduction band, it is available for conductivity. So as the temperature increases, conductivity increases. But at 0 K, this is totally work like a insulator. And third one, that is very important, that is conductor. Now in case of conductor, the valence band and conduction band, they are overlapped to each other. This is overlap region. Means valence band and conduction band, they are overlapped to each other. As valence band is overlaps to the conduction band, means electron which is in a valence band, it can easily present to the conduction band. So these materials are good conductor of heat and electricity. For example, if you consider the example of sodium Na, which contains 11 electrons. Now the distribution of 11 electrons is given by 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. Now this 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, they are the lower energy electrons which are completely filled orbits or completely filled energy level. So these are not useful for conduction. But the last orbit electron or last energy state electron, that is a free electron, these are free electrons which are available to the conduction band and they can conduct the electricity. Now if we consider the second example of magnesium Mg, which contains 12 electrons. Now in case of magnesium, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, this is one, this is second, and 3s2, this is also completely filled. Here in case of magnesium, the last orbit, though it is completely filled, but the secondmost orbit, that is a 3p6, which is near to this s orbit and which is completely empty. So the electron which is in 3s2 can have the available state of p state. Therefore, this is also a good conductor of heat and electricity. Means this electron can jump to the conduction band, or they are nearer to the conduction band, because 3s and 3p, they are near to each other. So these electrons are available to the conduction band and they can conduct heat and electricity. So this is the case of conductor. In case of conductor, valence band and conduction band, they are nearly overlapped to each other. Hence it is good conductor of heat and electricity. In case of semiconductor, there is a proper gap between valence band and conduction band. So at 0 K, they are perfectly insulator. But as the temperature increases, rises, this electron can jump to the conduction band, so they have the moderate conductivity. But in case of insulator, there is a far large gap between valence band and conduction band, so they cannot, the electrons which are present to the valence band, they cannot jump to the conduction band, so they are the bad conductor of heat and electricity. So this is the distribution of materials on solids on the basis of band theory of solids. So this is total about 3 electrons. There will be initially we have see classical electron theory, then we see Sommerfeld electron theory, density of states, and lastly this is band theory of solids.